Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 32 of the Striker Career Mode. We're with Villarreal. You can see the achievements for winning the league come rushing through there, and that is going to do us no harm at all. Probably push us up to an 88, something like that. But we have put in the transfer request, and he's now going to talk it over with the board. He's going to get back to us, let us know if they turn it down or what they're going to do with it. And this is probably the answer here. They've turned down the request, so the idea is I'm going to keep putting in the transfer request until they accept it, because they will accept it after maybe the second, third, fourth try, maybe something like that. But we're going to come back sporadically through this episode as offers come in, anything like that. We're going to hopefully sign for a new club. There's no international tournament through the summer this year, so it's just going to be all about the transfer. And you can see there a little picture of me sitting next to the manager with the La Liga trophy there. Really good season. Shame we didn't get to see us actually lift the trophy. But I think our time at Villarreal has definitely been a success. So let's push on a little bit now and see what happens. See if any offers come in. You never know. We might be stuck at Villarreal until January at least. You just never know. We have got Champions League football after all, and we will be the defending champions. You never know, they might make some big signings. I think that they were very weak out on the wings. I didn't mind our two holding midfielders. I thought they won the ball really well. Potentially a better player in behind us needed as well. But let's push on and see what happens. Okay, so we've tried 3 or 4 times, but it finally happened. We've had our transfer request granted, and the manager will let us know when a suitable offer is made for us. Now, obviously, we are still injured for a little while, so I don't know how that's going to impact things. We may not get an injury till we may not get an offer, sorry, until we come back from injury. At the same time, maybe there will be no offer because we picked up an injury at the end of the season, and they'll want to see that we're fit and well for the start of the next season before they put in a bid. Who knows? But I will certainly keep you updated on the run-in into the transfer window and into the new season. It's Thursday, the 20th of June. The transfer window hasn't even opened, and we've had 2 offers. I'm going to tell you who the first offer is and why I rejected it. And that first offer was from Manchester City for big money. They just won the Champions League as well, I checked. Would be a great move for me, but I turned it down. I turned it down, a little reason, because my goalkeeper career mode, I'm with Man City. So I want to, move it in a different direction. And it was so early in the transfer window, I thought, no, I'm not. I'm sure they'll come in again if that's the case. I want to see who else puts in a bid for me. And another big European giant has come in for us, and I am going to accept the offer. And let's find out who that offer is from right now. And as you can see, the offer is from Bayern Munich, a fantastic club, 160 grand a week. I've checked out their squad. I mean, it's an aging squad, so we're going to bring that little burst of youth into it. And the idea is that although I would love to end up in the Premier League, I think once I'm there, I'm going to struggle to come away from there unless it's for your Real Madrid, your Barca's, something like that. So I think this is going to be a good move. We'll spend a year, maybe 2, in the Bundesliga. We've got a squad that is more than capable of winning the league comfortably, winning the Champions League comfortably. And we're certainly going to be competing in the Champions League for Bayern Munich anyway. But we're going to accept this offer, and we'll have a little look at their squad, and then we'll play the first game for Bayern Munich. Okay, we've just signed for Bayern Munich, and the first email I get is my league objectives for the season. And looking at this, I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe I'm not going to be first choice. They want me to keep an average rating of 7.8 or better. They only want 5 goals this season, and for me to set up 5 goals, which isn't a lot. Which is telling me maybe I am going to be back up to someone like Lewandowski, something like that, which wouldn't be awful, but I'm sure once we break into the team and if we play well, we will keep our spot there. But certainly certainly a little bit of a worry already. But we will be wearing the number 35 for Bayern Munich. So this is how Bayern Munich got on in their league campaign last time out, and they won 24 of their 34 games, only lost two all season, and won the league very, very comfortably, only conceding 16 goals. So I am hoping for a season of success. I mean, there's some good teams in this league. I mean, Leipzig finished second, Dortmund, Schalke, Frankfurt, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Köln, Bremen. Hamburg, Mainz, well, Stuttgart have been relegated, or at least in a playoff by the look of it. But there's some very good teams in this league. But I thought until we reach sort of in your early 90s for our rating, let's go to an easier division essentially, and hopefully with the service we get from the Bayern Munich players, we should be able to get amongst the goals as well. But let's have a little check on the players now, see what kind of squad we've got. Okay, so this is the squad report, and we're just going to go through each position, have a little look, see who we've got. So in goal, Manuel Neuer is the standout man there. We've got a decent youngster, but if not, Ulrich in as a backup there. As far as right backs go, we're looking at Joshua Kimmich there, really good player. Centre halves. Goetze, Sule, Hummels, and Boateng. Really, three really good selections there for centre half. Left back, I did hear that Real Madrid were interested in Alaba, but hopefully we keep hold of him because he's a superb player. And Telles is a really good backup for that position as well. CDM, we've got Arturo Vidal there, really our only option. Ian Robin still at the club, but certainly getting on a little bit in age, only rated 82 now. Kingsley Coman rated 85. Tolisso 87. Renato Sanchez 79, but he will be joining Hamburg when the transfer window opens. Sebastian Rudy strong in the middle there. Frank Ribery is retiring at the end of the season. Anthony Martial, this is a big one. He got 26 goals or 30 in total last season. I think he's going to be a key player with us and hopefully can lay us on with plenty of chances and vice versa. Only 23 years of age, 87 rated. Really good player for us. We've got Bernard, a left midfielder, rated 83. James Rodriguez, a massively key player for us. He'll be playing in behind me. He's only at loan, so I don't know whether that's going to cancel and he's going to go back to Real Madrid at the end of the season. Really not sure. Thomas Muller, still only 29. Feels like this guy should be about 38 by now, but he's still there. Robert Lewandowski, 90 rated. 30 years old, one of the world's best. 20 goals last season. I think we can top that. Gnabry rated 83. So in terms of strikers, we are second best to Robert Lewandowski, but I think once we get in that squad, we will stay in the squad. So that's the squad for Bayern Munich, and I'm pretty excited. I think we could have a good season, but it's going to be key that we have a very good season in the Champions League and hopefully push far in that competition. Right, just to keep you updated, the new season has started and they've changed my league objective, so I'm not as bothered now. It looks like we're probably going to be a starter. They still want the 7.8 match rating or better. They want 16 goals, 5 assists, and a goal conversion percentage of at least 21%. Right, so in terms of the game that we're going to show you, I'm going to skip through all of the pre-season friendlies, etc., things like that. I'm sure you don't want to see that. And it looks like our first competitive fixture is going to be Cologne in the Super Cup. So I'm going to show you that game, unless it's a two-legged game, but I'll adjust something anyway. We are going to be showing you the Super Cup in this episode today. So let's get straight on into it. Here we go. It's our debut for Bayern Munich, and it's the Super Cup. It's Köln versus Bayern Munich. Here come the lineups, and it's Köln first. In goal, it's going to be Timo Horn, and then we've got a back four of Moreno, Heinz, Mere, and Firmino, Lehmann and Cosiello Holden, Bittencourt and Salvio out wide, and the top two is Cordoba and the debut man Kruse. And the lineup for Bayern, and it's by far the best team we've ever played with. We've got a goalkeeper of Manuel Neuer, fullbacks Kimmich and Telles, Boateng and Hummels in the middle, Vidal, Tolisso and Dorsch playing central midfield, Martial and Coman out wide, all supporting the lone striker on his debut, Sean Measures. Lovely ball down the line to Coman. Can Coman get the cross in? He can. Measures is there. Big defensive header. And the follow up there, but comfortable for the goalkeeper. Throw in. Bittencourt finds the ball to Cruiser. Cruiser finds the cross. And he finds Cordoba, who finds the post. Real big chance early on there for Cologne. Kingsley Coman with the throw in. We're going to stay in the box, so we're an option. Ball comes in. We're going to win that header, and defender does just about enough to put me off there. Free kick here. Can we create anything? Ball comes in, headed at the near post, and that's very comfortable for Timo Horn. 2 minutes at a time in this first half. It's been mostly Bayern Munich, but we've created nothing solid, really. Nothing solid at all. So as the half-time whistle goes, it's Cologne 0, Bayern Munich 0. Cruz lays one off to Cordoba. Salvio, Cordoba. Salvio will get it back off Cordoba. Salvio's in. Salvio with a big chance. He shoots. And the defender does just about enough to get a foot in there and block that. Corner kick to Cologne. That's not before a substitution. Cordoba comes off. He's been causing us problems. Osako comes on. And it's Bernard is going to come on for Anthony Martial on that left-hand side. Tolisso wins his ball, but Coman's got it now. Can Coman find the run of me down this right-hand side? He can. Now we're running at this defence. Let's find a man in the middle. We've pulled it back. Oh, it's been saved and it's come off the post. A good breakaway move. That could have been a real chance for us to get an assist on our debut there. Measures lays one out to Telles. It's all the game's getting a little bit stretched now. Boateng. Telles puts the cross in. It's there for my header. We do get the header. It was never an easy one to approach there. Awkward angle. We got underneath it, but it went wide. Bittencourt off for Cologne. Nice, it's worked to Sean on the edge of the box. He's going to shoot, and that's straight into the gloves of Horn. Rushed that a little bit, but we're into the 92nd minute, and still no goals in the game. Maybe a chance here for Cologne. It's Cruz flying down this left-hand side. Gets his cross in, and there it is, Salvio. He must have got the winner just there. And that is a real disappointment for Bayern Munich. A massive, massive disappointment. They haven't really offered much in the way of creative chances, Cologne. But one thing they have done is hit us on the break a number of times, and pretty successfully as well. And this was the best of the lot. Little turn inside there. Salvio couldn't miss. Terrible defending. And that's going to be Cologne 1-0 with literally seconds left on the clock. Can Bayern Munich get anything from this straight from kickoff? It's very, very unlikely. And there goes the final whistle. And our Bayern Munich debut ends with disappointment as we lose the Super Cup final 1-0 with a 90th minute winner from Salvio. Entirely undeserved from FC Cologne, really. But at the same time, they showed good game management and just soaked up the pressure. And then when we were pushing men forward, they burst forward in the last few minutes and just got that fortunate goal, but a really well-worked goal as well. So congratulations to FC Cologne, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more chances for us to win silverware with Bayern Munich. And after the game there, we got a match rating of 7.6. It was a poor game. We didn't get a lot of chances. We couldn't create anything. They sat back really, really deep. Our passing was good. Our shooting, not so much. We had 4 shots. 3 of those were off target. So yeah, not the best debut, but I'm sure as time goes, we will gel more and more with our teammates. So there we go, Bayern Munich debut, done and dusted. Real shame that it ended in defeat in the Super Cup final. Would have been an excellent chance for us to get some silverware early on in our Bayern Munich career. But we have no game now until after the transfer window, sorry. And it's Cologne we have in our first game away from home. This is the first time I'm seeing this as well, so I'm trying to figure out a good place to come back. But by the looks of it, I think what would make a good episode would probably be the Dortmund away game and the Schalke home game. That looks like that will be a good double header. And hopefully by then we'd have already played 4 games, so you never know. Hopefully got our first goal for Bayern as well. Um, but them 2 games, Bayern and Schalke, they are going to be key games if we're going to have a decent season. And for me, it's an absolute must. We have to win the league. There's no other way about it. We have to win the league. And for me, probably semi-finals as a minimum Champions League objective. So we're going to leave the episode there. Sorry, it was only 1 game, but this is just a bit of an introduction to Bayern and the team, etc. And just to show you our first game. And the first game wasn't very good. But like I say, we're going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop it a like. It helps out immensely. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. And I will do my best to bring you daily content, whether it's FIFA, Football Manager, PUBG, whatever it may be. Um, Anything you want to say? I have put some new boots on. I'll try and remember to show you them in the new episode. But if you've got any suggestions about what boots you think I should be wearing, etc., things like that, please drop a comment. But I will catch you in the next episode.